Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 4, where last episode, after witnessing more meetings taking place in noble mansions, we found another quest awaiting in Ordis, looking for Leonora after noticing a murderous aura nearby, finding her having caught the eye of Shirley the Sanguine Ogre, interrupting before a battle could begin, steering things into a different form of competition, a super swimming showdown. After then witnessing Elise's bonding event with Green's sister having fixed his old clothes with the Witches of Erin bolstering it with spells before she shared her true feelings, we then set out down North Languedoc Canyon Road to defeat the monster at its end, Edavanas, and now take on a trial chest before moving on towards Ulster.
This one's tough. Be careful.
Big Dragon. I am Stealth. Stealth itself. So I have an Evade, CP up, and restores HP, or break damage. I don't really want to use either. I have Analyze. I have Grill for Lass on her now. Corrupt Terror.
Here I come. Shadow Stitch. Now.
I've done the wrong move. Oh no, they're still
It's
standing
not.
next to each other. It's fine.
Yes.
It's coming.
Light.
Well, we've got this.
Shine over us all.
Death
bad.
Breath sounds like instant death
is our
is
chance.
possible.
It's mine. Yes.
I mean, we don't agree with a thing called Death Breath.
Here I go. Oh. Leave it to me.
Well, no one's instantly died yet, but I definitely need to move them away from each other.
Yeah.
Stop death breathing me.
My
Give me
turn.
my 7 turns of big defense. Thank you very much. Right, so we do need to analyze our opponent. So thin, it's nothing but skin on bone, yet it keeps flying around, scanning for prey, and Astral Bell as a reward.
Yes.
Okay, how are we going to go about doing this? Bring it to the Underworld's Embrace. Might actually be weak to Death Blow. It actually has a possibility of being Death Blow.
How does this suit you? Check! This is our chance. It's mine.
Okay, so that can be guarded.
Leave it to me.
Do I want to summon the Orbital Gear too? Or just stay as I am and maybe go for a spell weakness? That makes sense to get this on, to be honest, at this point as well.
Let's
though.
go. Ha!
If I can hit harder. What's it doing? Well, they don't normally do stuff like
Yes.
that. I need Albion Wolf to come out. Cancel that.
How does this suit you? Check! This is our chance. It's mine.
I don't seem to have much in the way of
Leave it to me.
fast spells to kick out at the moment.
Let's go. Too bad.
That's what I was
This is our
hoping for, though.
chance. It's mine.
Gotta get the hits in.
Yeah.
Buff cancelling seems like an amazing idea.
Too bad. This is our chance.
Glad that our
It's mine.
enemy here has very much chosen its
Leave
target,
this to me.
which is more of a dumbass target than you'd expect.
How does this suit you? Check! This is our chance. It's mine. Leave it to me. is my secret weapon.
It's a bow!
Holy light, gather in my bow. Take this! Gabriel arrow! Repent for your sins.
Job done.
Just like that.
Slow battle. Not so much use as just randomly using a spell repeatedly and completely wiping the group out, but Astral Bell will be
I
good.
did it.
And you craft for Elisa. Gabriel Arrow 2 can now be used. She just earned it, honest. It's just the same thing, but with a little bit extra power. Overcame the trial. Elisa's order radical design is upgraded to brilliant design. Now she's complimenting herself. Radical sounds like it's more of a, oh yeah. It's a bit of a radical idea. It's a bit of an interesting idea. Now she's just like fully proclaiming herself brilliant. She's getting too cocky. Too cocky. Oh, I probably should go to the shower with her so she can get some of that CP back. Job done. Right, so with those missions done, we go to Ulster and finish up the sweep, supposedly. Which is somewhat surprising. Again, I thought it would take a lot longer than this. The bros in the bath.
I feel refreshed.
Do you now? We got Gaius' bathing clothes. Hooray! We can walk around with Gaius in the town all the time. Please, that demographic. Who was in the party before? I think Altina was. And it was Sharon, Eustace. Who was the other person I was going around with? Duvalie. Duvalie that been left out. Poor Duvalie. Anyway, so. Bonding. Ulster. I guess I should bond first before I go when I think about it. So, see, we've got 2 points, which is an extra point than what we would have. Let's find out what's going on with Juna this time. Thank you very much for the sub there with Prime Gaming. Converted from one, in fact, Tom. I was thinking that maybe we could put up a net in the training hall and hold some friendly matches for practice. You know, you should stop by and check it out if you have a second instructor. Well, let's take advantage of the opportunity and challenge you to a match while I'm at it. Okay, I don't really know what that means, but if Juna finds it helpful, sure. You know, if we're going to face off, then shouldn't we go somewhere a little nicer than the training hall? You know, I bet the security at the Leeds branch campus is pretty lax right now. Ah, yeah, it probably is, isn't it? Alright, let's do that. Prepare for a beatdown. Reem got in touch with Jessica and Louise and headed to Leaves. While his friends were collecting intel, he received permission to practice drills at the branch campus. 40 love. Ah, you know. Give us some help her. Also, she should have got that. It was right close to her. No more. I can't move. All right, let's keep it up. No more. I can't move. Let's do more. Game set, Juna wins. Great work, Juna. Not bad if I do say so myself. She's putting it right next to them. That was a good match. Juna is up by 2, Jessica is up by 1, and Louise is down by 2. I wanted to get at least 1 win. Just what I expected, Juna. You didn't give away a thing. I tried picturing this in my mind a bunch. You two didn't make it easy for me, though. I think it's important to do your best even if you can't win. Do you have any regrets? This was easy enough for us. Well, this was enough for us, actually. Easy enough to lose. But Juna might want to play more matches. She seems well into it, after all. Those two are plotting. We'll join the others. You two stay here and enjoy yourselves. Both of you? Thanks, guys. Instructor, can you play one last match with me? Me? I've read the rules, but I'm a total beginner. I'm sure you'll pick it up. With your physical abilities and that intuition, I think we're pretty evenly matched. But, if I win, can I ask a favour? Sure. Like at Strager gear. But if we're doing this, I'm not going to hold back. Go ahead and give me everything you've got. Right. I just imagine Reen slicing the ball in two somehow. Reen and Juna started their practice match. They both threw everything they had into it. The ball went back and forth as the match went on until, that's the whole point of tennis, the victor won with one final smash shot. Take this! Ah! I did it! I did it! Juna. You got me. Good work. Sorry, I got a little carried away. But I really wanted to ask you to do something for me. I want to tell you something and I don't want you to say anything until I finished. Of course, I can do that.
I like you, instructor. I didn't even realize it at first. But I think I've felt this way for a while now. Ever since that day in Crossbell. The day you saved me.
Juna. Hey, I said you couldn't talk until I'm done, remember? You're my instructor and I'm your student, so I definitely don't expect you to answer right away. No, you shouldn't expect an answer at all. But can you at least just think about what I've said? Alright, what else can I say when you're asking so earnestly? My position, the world, the curse I bear. There's so much I have to think about if I'm to know how to respond to her feelings. That was quick. That game was even quicker. After meeting up with the other members of the team, Reen and Juna have returned to the Courageous 2. Your bond with Juna has strengthened in a way that shouldn't be illegal. I mean, wait a second, that's wrong. It shouldn't be, comma, illegal? That sounds better. It's illegal, right? Obviously, it's against ethics. Not it shouldn't be illegal. It shouldn't be illegal. Juna's tennis wear has been obtained. Just in case anyone's trying to quote me out of context here. So at this point in time, Reen's walking around a ship, knowing that literally everyone loves him, including his students. But still, I don't think anything's been... I don't know, what was weirder? Emma, who is literally the chosen one, in a sense, since day one, and her weird bonding events, or Muse and her pants that are like half cut so you can see most of her crack. Instructor Reen, I'm not sure how to react given the situation. What I said to you earlier still stands, but what we should be thinking about right now is the next rivalry. I'm glad I'll have you with me in that battle, Juna. I'll have to mull over what she said and come up with a response eventually. All we know is that Link would definitely beat Reen in a final battle because he can play Ganon tennis and Reen definitely can't play tennis at all. Onwards to Alster, which has a full sweep to do. Oh yeah, which we don't actually know the laws about that now, Erebonia. True. That's actually true. It's another fantasy world. We don't actually know. We impose our own laws on it. It's the same way that we impose our laws and our way of thinking on other cultures in the world, to be fair. Remember that this game is made by another culture of the world, so... The damage happened a few days ago. I didn't think the situation would still be so bad. I really can't believe it. And there's no resolution on the mayor's proposal. What's going on? I think the mayor's proposal is reasonable, but we haven't managed to reach a resolution. Right, we got to all the most important NPCs that we've ever met. There's Jupiter. Why are you down here, Jupiter? And we got Gabriel over here. He woofed into my soul. Even you're at your wit's end, Herr Gilvin. After last night, if something doesn't change... My apologies, I wish I could have proved more useful. Everyone seems so focused. I wonder what's going on. I suppose we don't really have a choice. What's going on? We'll just do what we can for now. No more, no less. Welcome. A little crowd at the moment, isn't it? I apologise if the boxes and stuff are in your way. I didn't actually notice them. We're continuing on as usual for the time being. Just let us know if you need anything. It's pretty crowded here right now. I'm going to go reorganise everything. Yep. Explain, people. Explain. Alright. Kai and Tilly are having some trouble with, especially ordering a monster over towards Ulster. So I'm assuming that this is what they're talking about, or at least responding to. Some kind of monster. Some kind of monster. This monster lives. Dum 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 dum. Not a good album. I really do need to start packing. I'm still not convinced why any of this is necessary. How did it even come to this? Hey, are you guys looking for Kai by any chance? He's at home. You should be packing right now. Packing? What's going on here? I think we should talk with him first and foremost. Should we go straight there rather than talking to everyone then? This almost feels like the sweep can't actually happen until I've swept. Until I've done this quest. Because the way people are talking about things. It's a bit weird. Oh, that's me and Maffin. I've seen you all lurking around this town a lot. We're going for a terrible test of the bonds between residents. We mustn't allow anything that will cause them to doubt. I don't want to make a big fuss, but you should return to your own hometowns. Okay. Thanks for helping. Elucidate. A terrible test of the bonds. Are you local? We're not having you around here. Hey, did you know brandy never goes bad? You can keep it for ages and it stays delicious. It even gets better as it ripens. There's no need to check on these barrels anymore, but it's just so hard to leave them. You just want to drink it, don't you? Why are you hissing? Right, pearls are held up. You better let the military know that deliveries will be delayed. It's one of the chief methods of relaxation for the soldiers. Given the circumstances, I'm sure they'll understand, but... You know what? Even if I were the very last person here, I would still press on. When I think about what must have been going on through Dad's mind, how he felt leaving the place to me, I can't just give up now. Mirio, even if you say something like that... I'm sorry, but all tasting is currently suspended. We hope to begin offering this service again soon, so I hope you get the chance, or get the change to visit us again in the future. Yes, I sure will. I have a hard time agreeing when I think about how Dad would feel. How things are, I'll have Uni and Blunt go. I'll keep at it, even if it's just me. Oh, are they leaving? It looks like they're in the midst of evacuating. We're lucky to have a mayor who puts us down first. And when that monster issue cropped up, he set straight to work and devised the most efficient plan to move forward. If we just trust him and do what he says, we'll all be safe from any danger. Okay. You mean the dodgy mayor that's been dodgy for like the whole game? Well, I guess we should decide which of us Lot's things we'll be taking with us. Which of Lot's things? Poor thing's stuck with his weathered old grandparents who can hardly carry anything too large or heavy. But just listen to me, complain to you about something you've got no part in. Don't pay any mind to my ramblings, alright? Lot's things? They must be heading out somewhere. This could be related to Toval's request. Rasmus is as happy as ever about all of this, so I just can't come down against it on my own. But I will say that Lot being reunited with his parents is indeed a blessing. Yes, now it does look like they're evacuating. Check in. Oh, the church has got to tell me something, surely. I mean, of course I could do the quest, but... Sweep's a sweep's a sweep, right? I've kept things to a minimum, just as you asked, Father. Oh, thank you. I'm just about done tidying up myself. Could you please go out and see how things are, Sister Rochelle? There could be people having difficulties with their preparations. Yes, of course. Oh, okay, they're not. They're just leaving too. I'm sorry that things have become so hectic seeing as you're here visiting. It's unfortunate, but that's the only option I can see right now. I never considered the arrival of a day like this when I left for Ulster. This is surely another test from Adius. But what the residents here are being forced to endure is absolutely terrible. So say, I need more information. Let's ask the sheep. Well, chicken first. Actually, there's people over here. I never would have thought something like this would have happened today of all days. Oh, sorry, I was just taking a break. I'll be moving on soon, so don't mind me. If you tell me not to worry, I'll stand out as long as I remain here. I'll be moving on soon, so please don't pay me any attention. Bah. Grabs and Grams are tidying up the house. I finished quick, so I'm waiting for them here with the sheep. But why do they have to tidy? So a lot of them know what's going on. Sheep don't know what's going on. Gondor. Who'd name a sheep Gondor? Obviously, that guy would, but still. Right, well, let's see what the actual quest has. We've seen Alster in a panic. We've realised they seem to be evacuating, but what else? This is so crazy. Yeah, the mayor said that we just need to be patient, but I don't know about that. Looks like these two are getting ready for something. Kai and Tidia, right? It's been a while. Oh, hey! Is that a request while you're here? Yeah, exactly. Tarvel's just as busy as you'd imagine, so he passed it on to us. The others here told me a bit about you two. Alster's done so much for my brother. I'd very much like to repay that debt, even if it's just a little. Okay, that's very sweet. Oh, she's so beautiful. I wonder if she's friends with Class VII. What exactly did the town do for your brother? It's a rather long story. We'll tell you some other time. Please watch what you say here. Sorry, I just got too caught up in things. She really does look familiar. I might just be overthinking things, though. I think Kai's starting to pick up on things, guys. Anyway, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? Double mentioned the town was having problems with some kind of monster. Can you tell us anything about it? Yes, that's right. Recently it started showing up near town almost every night. Obviously no one wanted it around, but we all made do. There was some damage to equipment and plants, but it kept getting worse. Things took a real turn yesterday. It was the first time that people ended up injured. Oh my, I suppose it's not the sort of thing one can simply wait out, is it? No, it's not. The real creepy part is that we don't even know what it looks like. We're trying to ask this hunter to help us get rid of it. He's pretty famous around here. It's so scary. The monster appears out of nowhere and then it disappears just as fast. It's like we're in a horror story. It really does feel that way. We actually had some soldiers come by too, but given the situation, they've held off on any operations. Why does that not surprise me? It seems they've been neglecting their duties just like during the Civil War. And there was that airship incident already. All the adults were talking about it this morning. They all agreed that we can't afford any more damage done. The mayor suggested that we all have to move to the mining town, Aragon. What? Meaning Ulster's going to be abandoned temporarily? So that's what you two are preparing for. But if that happens... I'm sorry everyone, I know this is shocking news, but you guys have already saved Ulster once. If anyone can find out the truth about this monster, it's you. So, if you have the time, would you mind looking into it for us? We'd really appreciate it. I just can't stand the thoughts of parting with our home. It's full of memories with Mum and Dad. Is there any way that we can help you out? Well, we could offer to investigate. We have a lot of memories in this town too. We may only have today to investigate, but we'll do whatever we can. Really, that's great! We can't thank you enough. Oh, there's no need. We're happy to help. For all of its sake too, since you can't publicly act right now. Right, ready to go monster hunting? Yeah. We don't have a whole lot of clues yet though. Let's start by asking around town. If we find anything out, we'll come back and fill you in. Got it. Good luck. Let us know if we can help. We'll do anything we can.
Alster Assistance has now started.
For me, this house is full of memories of Mum and Dad. Thank you for helping with the investigation. I made the right call asking you for help. Let us know if we can help. We'll do anything we can.
Asking you for help. We can help you help. Help. Right, considering I've started a quest and all. Let's drop this, just in case it entails anything naughty. But by the look of it, we're still head to the sanctuary. Hasn't been updated there. Okay, we're supposed to head around to many spots. So we've already done that sweep. We probably should have waited and just went straight for the quest. Boy, who'd have thought something like this would happen in Ulster? Maybe this is the guy who was attacked and injured by the monster. Excuse me, do you have a minute? Rena asked for details about the mysterious monster. I see, you're investigating the incidents. It happened last night. Just as the sun was setting, I realized I had forgotten to close one of the fences. When I went back to the field alone, I was suddenly attacked from behind. It was pitch black, so I couldn't make it out very well, but it looked like a giant cat monster. A giant cat monster? Sounds like it could be really vicious. It sounds like it was very lucky just to have been able to escape. How are your injuries? Are you going to be okay? Yes, you don't need to worry about me. I was about to fend it off with my hoe. I was able to fend it off with my hoe. I do have some injuries on my hands and feet, but it's not enough to prevent me from walking, so defensive wounds, yeah? That's good to hear. It must have been a terrifying experience. Do you remember anything else? It doesn't matter how minor, we're interested in any and all details. I don't really... Wait, is this blonde girl... No, it must be my mind playing tricks on me. More importantly, there was a strange noise just before I was attacked. It was a high-pitched noise, almost like a whistle. Did you say a whistle? I see. That's really helpful. I hope it helps your investigation. I really hope you can do something about these monster attacks. Of course, we'll do our best. Right, well, instantly, just from that sentence alone, it's a Jaeger unit. So there's Jaeger controlling one of the cats to attack. We've got the bottom of this. You're under attack. Well, the townspeople are forced to evacuate because of monsters. It's not like the church isn't affected. I'd like to speak directly with the farmer here and get his take on things. Rena asked for details about the mysterious monster. So that's where your curiosity lies. It's a rather horrid subject, I'm afraid. Many of the local men have been conscripted and the townspeople are being forced to evacuate due to this threat. There is some logic behind what the mayor says, however. The safety of the townspeople is paramount. The evacuation will take place today. I've also contacted the chapel and the mining town Aragon to make arrangements. I see. Even though everything is so sudden, it seems that things are being handled much more quickly than I expected. Actually, it seems that many of the residences in Aragon are empty due to the conscription. Also, the mayor has been urging the townspeople to move to Aragon. He said it's for the good of the Empire. Really? That's why I've been in communication with the father there for quite some time now. Though I never imagined it would end up being fairly convenient in this sort of situation. Oh, I see. Thank you again for your time, Father. I think we can see that there's yeah. I'll talk to you in a second, Mayor Matham. That person's from the distillery. Let's go and ask her. Rena asked for details about the mysterious monster. Oh yes, that monster. It's a strange story, alright. Some of the fields I look after have been destroyed. I was so looking forward to the harvest. I see. Did you get a look at the culprit? No, I didn't. It seems to only come out at night. But I do sometimes catch sight of this weird person. A weird person, you say? Yes, a man. I don't recognize him from around town. He spent all day looking around the town and loitering near the fields. Didn't even give our Steinmers a glimpse. He hasn't been around lately, but his behavior is weird for a tourist, don't you think? I don't know. We should remember this for later. Yeah, it might prove important later. So, no sign... Their fields have been hit. No sign of a monster, but a man. It doesn't matter how good the grapes are. It's not right to just pick them without asking. That's what happened with Alk. I think it will be a while before someone can start looking after them again. Let's speak to Mayor Matham last. Woof. These two. Ah, now there are some familiar faces. Welcome! Are you perhaps here about the monster? Yes, exactly. Would you mind if we asked you some questions? Rena asked for details about the mysterious monster. Oh, I hate even talking about it. It devastated our fields and destroyed the irrigation waterways. It shows up just about every night now, and when it does, it causes serious damage to the town. Strangest thing I've ever seen. I've been hunting for 50 years now, and even my countless attempts at tracking it have all been in vain. It's the same story every time. We're in hot pursuit, and the trail just vanishes, completely up in smoke. It's infuriating. It's a Pokemon. The only thing I can think of to explain it is that the damn thing has wings. When we lose a trail, it must mean it's flown off.
So that's why they call it mysterious monster. Turning a blind eye here isn't an option. The people of Ulster can't handle this problem alone.
Yeah, I completely agree. I can see why Kai and Tilly have reached out to Toval about it.
But is this enough to warrant an evacuation?
Thanks for your time. There's no doubt in my mind that what you've shared with us will be useful. Please, you're too kind. I wish you could offer more than information. I'm a disgrace. Regardless, winged or not, it's big and dangerous. Please watch yourselves out there.
Take a quick rest here before you leave. The cuisine is wonderful, I might add.
Gotta keep your advertising up.
Thank you so much. Your kindness is much appreciated.
So, the monster is not remotely acting like a monster. It's boarding an airship every time. It's attacking things like water irrigation, etc. to essentially harm the town in terms of to force the evacuation. The way things are going, I'm afraid something irrevocable will take place in the near future. That.
Well, the mayor says the only possible option is evacuation. Well, I wish that wasn't the case.
Gabriel, couldn't ask for a better hound. He never lost sight of his prey, ever. Whatever it is, it's fairly ferocious, that's for sure. Be careful out there, so Gabriel can't track it. Make Gabriel's a bit down the dumps. Right, well, let's go speak to the most suspicious person in this town since the first moment we stepped in Ulster in Trails of Cold Steel 4. Hey, what are you doing?
This must be the mayor of Ulster.
It seems that he's been affected by the Great Twilight.
Let's at least try to speak to him.
We're going to ask for details about the mysterious monster. Prancing around pretending to be bracers, are you? I suggest you drop the act. If this is because of the monster, the wonderful soldiers who are dedicated to the Imperial family have asked around already.
Are you talking about the Imperial Defense Force?
So you're at least aware of their name, I see. They've already taken down observations. They'll perform an official inquiry in the near future. However, with war almost upon us, we can't expect our needs to be a priority. That is why I've made the decision to evacuate the whole town to the mining area. Aragon is short on manpower. Helping with the mining effort is also helping with the war effort.
He's still thinking about war even when the town's in this state.
I don't think we'll be able to rely on him. It's a shame, but we have to ask around elsewhere. I think we just learned everything we needed to know. Okay, let's wrap this up. First of all, let's summarise what we learned. There are many puzzling aspects to this case. There's more to it besides the monster.
I suggest we talk it over at Kai and Tilly's house.
Good thinking. I'd like to hear what they make of it too.
It's decided then. Let's go.
It's a plot. A ruse. Rhea and the others returned to share what they had learned with Kai and Tilly. The group then began discussing what to do next. First things first, let's lay out what we know. We gathered a lot of information, but let's focus on the monster first. Several things we learned caught my attention, but if we put these stories together, what's strange is... Okay, there are no eyewitnesses is wrong, because it's actually attacked someone. They've seen it. They've seen people everywhere. It's attacked people? I mean... That's what monsters do? If a monster is out in the wild and sees a person, it attacks them. That's kind of what we've learned about this world. So let's go with the it's a conspiracy. There were definitely eyewitnesses, so I don't even understand why that's even a choice. But it showed up conveniently now when someone's got an agenda to push? Isn't it a bit too convenient that it showed up now of all times?
I agree, you have to wonder what drew it here all of a sudden. That hunter mentioned that he lost it midway through the chase each time he went after it. It almost seems set up, doesn't it? To be honest, Tilly and I kind of suspected that too. It just doesn't seem like a coincidence. And Ark said it was like a big cat monster or something, right? I'm surprised to hear that.
Why did you find that surprising?
Well, it just wasn't what I expected, I guess. The crops that were ravaged were grapes, right? Oh, I see. It does seem out of place for a carnivorous monster to be drawn to crops. Grapes even less so.
I think we'll talk about the water irrigation more. And why would it destroy the irrigation waterways like that? It almost seems like it's trying to harass the town. So why is its behaviour so abnormal? That's the million mirror question. We must consider the possibility that it's developed higher intelligence. It's under the effect of the Great Twilight. It's definitely being controlled by people. It's a Jaeger's military monster. There must be someone controlling it. What? Controlling monsters? Is that even possible? Yeah, actually, there are certain monsters that have been specifically trained to respond to sound. They're known as military monsters. Yeah, exactly. Words right on it. You'll see Jaegers using them. Things just appear to be getting worse and worse. Someone mentioned seeing a strange man loitering on the outskirts of town. Do you think there's a connection? Oh, duh. Oh, I've seen him too. He doesn't look like a soldier or a Jaeger, but he definitely seems like he's in Ulster for a reason. As of right now, though, we can't know if he's related or not. Still, considering what we've seen and heard, we can't rule out some kind of conspiracy is at play here. We knew it was a conspiracy, right? A conspiracy? I know it might sound absurd, but I think it's worth exploring what the reasons behind such a plot would be. If someone were in fact controlling the monster, what would be their motive? Well, we have to start by thinking about potential objectives. To obtain agricultural products. Well, they did steal some grapes. To obtain styros. The literally lady said they haven't touched or are remotely interested in the styros. They got the grapes. They got the grapes. I mean, the goal is to get them to leave Ulster and go to Aragon. The only conclusion I think is that there's something that we don't yet understand. You're probably right, Elise. It's true, we didn't walk away with anything conclusive at all. There was one person who seemed to know the truth behind what's going on. Someone who knows the truth. Who could it be? I think Father Nagaro. He's in contact with our church. It's Mayor Maffin. It could be Mayor Maffin. Are you saying that the mayor is intentionally intimidating the residents? Yes. I don't know about that. There must be some mistake. It's not something I want to believe either. But people are saying that the mayor has been pushing to move to Aragon for quite some time now, even before this monster issue. We can't deny that things seem to be falling in his favour. But when you put it like that, it does seem oddly convenient. Ordinarily, something like this would be unthinkable, but this is no ordinary situation. It's a terrible thing to consider, but it does make some sense. You know what I mean, right, Tilia? One day he just started acting so strange. But he's the mayor. He's always been such a nice person. When we lost Mum and Dad, he really looked out for us. It's just so hard to imagine. Tilia, her feelings about the situation must be complex. I wonder what the truth is. The Great Twilight has proven itself to have an incredibly far reach. It's not out of the question. I just don't know. On the one hand, the mayor controlling the monster is definitely a possibility, but it looks like we don't have all the facts yet. Please excuse me a moment. Who's calling me? Oh, aren't you Makis' co-worker? Please excuse the sudden interruption. Makis told me that you're in Ulster dealing with a certain incident. This is a rather awkward request to make, but I was actually wondering if you can maybe leave this issue be for me? Leave it to be? Do you mean... is there something going on in Ulster? Something that warrants the Government Accountability Inspectorate taking action? Well, it's just to leave that up to your imagination. Looks like you have your reasons, Rainer. But the residents are terrified. They're already preparing to evacuate by the end of the day. We can't turn a blind eye to this. What? Things have already reached that point. Everything's moving way too fast. I do have an idea, but we're going to need your help. We've got to bring this to an end. Alright then. Makis has told me a lot about you guys. I've followed this for a while now, but you're probably people worth trusting. I'll share what we've gathered. Make sure you use it well. Inspector Reiner shared some interesting information with Reed and the others. Combining all the individual pieces helped them get a clearer picture of the situation. However, it also unearthed something suspicious unfolding in Ulster. Something worthy of the word conspiracy. The idea that this sort of thing could occur in Ulster is hard to fully wrap my mind around. Reiner did put some potential operations together, but they're not going to make it in time just like we thought. If anyone's going to do something, it'll have to be us. Besides, I don't think this is entirely unrelated to those of us in Fours. We can't turn our backs on these poor people. I would like nothing more than to play a role in this operation.
I suppose the ship has already left the harbour. If you need my help, I'll be here. Tilly and I want to help too. I think we can convince the people who live here to go along with our plan. I can't imagine anyone better suited for that. Things could get a little rough out there, Princess Alvin. Elise, your safety is the highest priority. I don't know what's going through your mind, but if it results in anything but us coming along, then you can forget it. Yes, that's right. We're helping, and that's that. You wouldn't let us come this far and you'd tell us to stay out of it, would you? Well, I guess I should have known they wouldn't back down after hearing all that. Just be as careful as possible. Stay with the group, no matter what. Yep, you got it. We understand. Let's make sure we're ready before we head out. It's time, everyone. Right, got it.
Yeah! They all said it all together.
Just like that. Right, now what am I doing? I'm so nervous, but I've got to do my best for everyone's sake. Tia and I are ready to go when you are. Should we get started? Though I think checking our equipment one more time would be a good move.
I think we are good to go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I called in some more help just to be safe, but the odds of them getting here in time are about 50-50. We'll just have to proceed as if we're handling this entirely on our own. We have to uncover what is going on in Ulster no matter what. My brother's waiting up on the ship. This is for his sake too.
Don't give it away now. She's constantly... Like, everyone's really bad at games at keeping secrets, aren't they? Especially in Falcom games.
A short while later, after reading the others had left, the residents started to assemble one by one. The time had come for them to evacuate to Aragon as the mayor had ordered. Even those residents who had opposed the evacuation made their preparations to leave. With a sad farewell, they left their homes behind. Where's troops to protect them on the way? Finally. It took longer than I thought it would. They're all so stubborn. It was always going to be tough. Oh, Ulster. You're no bustling metropolis, but by Adios are you a beautiful town. And how proud I am that Prince Oliver himself spent some of his childhood here. Which is why merely cooperating with conscription is simply not enough. I want our town to make a true contribution to this nation. My good mayor, it would appear we can finally get started. What? Wasn't expecting him to roll up. Hey there, Wads. Sorry it took so damn long. You wouldn't believe how stubborn all these townsfolk are. It's clear now that getting everyone away from the town first was the only way for this little reforming scheme of yours to go smoothly. I owe you a great deal of gratitude. Speed is crucial in business. Admittedly, I had to use a somewhat unconventional approach. I wouldn't concern yourself with that. It all counts as expenses. It's unfortunate that the town had to sustain some minor damage, but it's all for the greater good, I'm sure. I'm still impressed with the scale of it all, though. What was it again? A giant logistics centre? From the planned draw-up, I gathered it was like an improved version of the logistics storehouse that Clyston Co. has in the capital. And they're putting in a warehouse there in Amazon. And didn't you mention that by building it in our suburbs, we'd be able to develop into Erebonia's next big commercial area? The Empire is expanding, and there's an urgent demand to establish a logistics network, particularly for Uri and Northumbria. The economic benefits we would gain from an Ulster Logistics Centre would be unprecedented. Would you be so kind as to grant permission to open a factory that manufactures military items other than weapons? Of course. I assume such a factory will employ locals. It's for the country and also for the benefit of Ulster. It's a perfect plan. I had a hunch this was what was happening. What are you still doing here? Well, I do believe I've seen your faces before. You were in the same class as Hugo, if I'm not mistaken. You just keep popping up when you're not welcome. You really like sticking your neck out. Clyston Co. sales manager, Wads, and Mayor Maffin. Are you aware that this plan of yours is illegal? I can't believe you used monsters for your own purposes and drove away the residents. This is fraud and intimidation on a wide scale. You've essentially hijacked a town. We can't let this kind of cruelty slide. But there's still time. Please stop this. What's it matter to outsiders like you, huh? We're only thinking of the country and Ulster. How dare you be so impudent?
What? Get these people out of my town. Cleaning this riff up shouldn't be a problem. After all, I've already arranged to sweep away the town. What are a few extra pieces of trash? What? Time is short, and we have to begin. Let the great plan begin. Sponsored, of course, by Kleist & Co. What? Archaisms? That's a lot. Rhino saw the signs that Kleist has been doing some shady deals with Ouroboros. But they're not just using military monsters, they're using archaisms too, and there's so many of them. What is this all about? What? What are these machines doing here? They're going to destroy the town. Stop them. What are you talking about? This is what we agreed. This is a necessary measure we must take in order to build the factory. Wait, the factory was supposed to be built on the outskirts of town. I had the area surveyed and the mountains were going to make development difficult. The locality of the town was perfect, however. It is the most efficient site. This is for the nation. Surely you won't start objecting now of all times. No, but this is... You've tricked me. I would never have agreed to this. Well, have a nice day, everyone. Things are going to be a little messy here for a while, so I think I'll take my leave. Wait, we didn't stop him riding off? He's getting away. We have to do something about this first. We're going to split up to take on the monsters and archaisms. Stop! Stop it now! Damn you, leave our town alone! Look out! What's this? You got a minigun on its head! What are you doing, you fool? Are you okay? It's dangerous here. Please stand back. Your Highness, Elise, it's not safe to be this close to the battle. No, I intend to fight. Allow me to help. This is the reality of the Great Twilight and the government's schemes. If I don't do whatever I can to save this nation, then I'm not fit to be part of the Imperial family. Your Highness! We can do something about the monsters and the archaisms, so leave this to us. We need to catch up to Wads. For all of Ulster. Got it. Thank you. At least protect Her Highness. If it gets too dangerous, both of you just run. Got it? Don't worry about us. Be careful, everyone. I just hope my emergency plan makes it in time. Hopefully they evacuate all the sheep. Earlier. Not long now. A lot should be just up ahead. Homer. Oh, are you doing alright? Yes, thank you. Don't worry about me. I can still walk a little longer. How about we take a short break while we're here? There's no need to hurry. We can take our time. Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, Kai, when are you and Tilia going to tell us what this is all about? I was surprised to hear you of all people tell us we should leave town early. Oh, right. About that. Actually, Reen and them were the ones who came up with this whole plan. Oh, really now? You mean those kids who saved the town before? I'll tell you more once we get to the lodge. Well, alright. You must have your reasons for keeping quiet. In any case, the lodge is just a little bit further. I'll take care of any monsters we run into in the meantime, so follow me. Of course. Thank you very much. Come on, lot. Don't dawdle. Right. Uh-oh. It's not here. The sheep plushie Daddy gave me. No, I must have accidentally left it behind somewhere. The curse is just completely... I know the curse is evil, but the curse is evil. It sinks to new lows all the time. Well, now, I'm going to be quite busy from here on. I'm going to transport these materials... An overbite? Ah! Strong bite. It's you! What are you doing here, Herman? Mr. Watts. Is it about time you went straight? You've been ignoring orders from the main office for a while now. On top of that, I hear you've been making illicit deals all over the Empire. How long did you think you could keep this up? So what happened to that promise of yours? You swore you wouldn't trample over others for business' sake, but here we are. I never would have found my calling if it weren't for you. I'm just here to make up for all you did for me. I've decided I'm going to pay you back by stopping you from making this huge mistake. It's over now, Watts. We know this isn't your first offense, but it'll be the last time you try to scam someone like this. The Inspectorate should have already contacted you. I'd like to bring you in for questioning about your recent dealings with the government. Ah, meddling kids. Why don't you all just stop wasting my time? I know I've had my setbacks, but this plan is foolproof. I went over the mayor, avoided the main office, laid the groundwork with the government, and even called in favors from the IDF. Do you have any idea how long I've waited for this to come together? Pretty soon the Ulster Distribution Center is going to dominate the whole of the northwestern region. Just think about it. If I pull this off, it'll be the biggest score of my entire career. The profits I bring in could finally even surpass Hugo Kleiss. You did all this just for that? Only you'd gone about it differently. That passion could have led you to great things. You've been with Kleiss & Co. a long time. Ever since it was first founded, right? You were hoping Hugo would hand over the Kleiss Mall and orders to you. This is my fault, Mr. Watts. If I'd only paid more attention, I could have stopped you before it came to this. And if words won't work, I'll have to get through to you some other way. Sure. Don't you dare try to stop me. It's all about to come together. Just a little more. It'll be perfect. Perfect, I tell ya. What was that? Oh. No. A kid? Looks like the heavens have sent me a little gift. Damn it. Huh? Now, everyone. Better mind your manners. Just keep quiet and cooperate, and this will all go smoothly. That curse is really on his side. Mr. Watts, let him go. Now. Now let me be clear. I'm not going to budge even one reach away from my plan. All I need is a little more time and the proper equipment, and I'll be able to level Ulster to the ground. Not to mention I still have one last ace up my sleeve. Alright now, time to take out the trash. Gaspard Garods. Ouroboros' archaisms. Now you've really gone too far. That's enough. Stop this right now, Mr. Watts. The Great Twilight has gotten to him. That settles it. We have to finish this ourselves. First, we'll take these things down. Everybody ready? Got it. Leave it to us. Rescue the hostage and restrain Watts.
Watch out! This is a tough one.
That's a lot of guys. That's for sure.
Roar! Gold Dragon Formation! Roar! Helix Strike! Now!
There!
That's one down. Not the donkey missile. I will always remember the name
Nope.
of the donkey
Let's get
missiles
him!
for the fear
I'll assist.
they used to instill in my heart.
All right.
Right, well, he's frozen, needs scanning, but he's nearly dead. Ain't that the way?
Take this.
Don't
Nope.
attack Juna, you fool!
Let's get him.
I'll assist. I shall go.
She's like a BP generator right now.
Search mode activate. Detailed
A
information
mid-sized
obtained.
archaism equipped with 2 cannons. Its high mobility lets it cover a wide area.
It's my turn!
Can't cover a wide area if someone just blows you up with helixes and stuff.
Roar! Helix Strike!
Very well.
Now what are we doing?
Arcus, activate!
Keep boosting Super Juna.
My turn.
Green catches fire quite a lot.
Search mode activate. Scan complete.
Autonomous archaism with extendable arms and exceptional firepower. It can handle enemies in a wide area.
Leave it to me.
Drops the Fortune SR if we manage to break it. Oh man. I don't have anti-fire on him, but I have everything else. Right, we need to break you. I definitely want the goods.
Arcus, activate!
It's my turn! Take this! Wide open!
I'll assist. I shall go.
I need a break. Don't kill it.
Arcus, activate.
Yeah!
I have a feeling they're definitely going to kill it. Okay, as long as
Let's
that
go.
brake bar goes faster than the other bar, I'm happy.
Roar! Healing strike! Now!
There!
Ha!
Killing the brake. The guest vodka up down. It's not dead!
Very well. Now!
An opening!
Time for someone to disarm this fool.
Your sword work was just impeccable, Eustace.
But of course, I have to keep pace with you.
It's nice to see how much better they got at fist bumps over the years. For a Juna
Oh,
SR.
how lovely.
I'm sure I could turn that into something good. No, you destroyed them already! This is ridiculous. You're weak from that fight. I'll just use the other one and... Not so fast! What? You took it out in one blow! Good. Alright, it's time, you two. Perfect timing, Kai. Now just leave the rest to us. That could have been your head. That could have been your head. Lot, quick, get with us. Tilia. Looks like the tables have turned. Phew, things were getting pretty dicey there, but I guess we made it just in the nick of time. We're from the Bracergill. Can anyone bring us up to speed? I'm only sorry we couldn't get here sooner. Not at all. Everything worked out perfectly. I'm glad I called you guys. I never thought things would get this crazy. My goodness, we were worried sick when you disappeared a lot. It all happened so fast. I'm sorry I ran off, Tilia, Kai. You did a great job on the rescue as well. I think the credit goes to Estelle and the others for charging him right when things took a turn for the worst. I'm just relieved things turned out the way they did. Bracers, you gotta be kidding me. Wanted criminals, guild dogs. Where's it gonna end? Are you gonna make an enemy of Kleist & Co? Of the government? You still haven't given up. I don't think you fully understand the position you're in. What? According to Toval, the main office of Kleist & Co is denied all responsibility for the things you've done. You've been suspended from duty several times and you're on your last warning now. That info technically isn't meant to leave the company, but push really came to shove. I heard about it from Reiner. Your unethical fixation on success is in direct opposition to the main officer's wishes. Doesn't it seem a bit uncouth of you to invoke Kleist & Co, Mr. Free Peace Suit, considering their feelings towards you and all? Running around like that could land you in some trouble. I couldn't agree more. You have no right to utter that name, Wads. The same goes for your so-called connections with the government. Ah, he's finally here. And there's the last helper we called in. That ship! Sir! Hey there, everyone. Sorry it took us so long. Finding Hugo and bringing him here took a wee bit longer than expected. Well, Mr. Managing Director, seems like things here have taken a real spiral. Any plans on how to handle it? I'll put an end to this, alright. It's my duty, after all. Wait, what are you... Sir, I apologize for how this must look. These ruffians have thrown a wrench in the works, but it's only a temporary setback, I assure you. What? Let's cut to the chase. What exactly are you doing here? Sir? Do you have any idea of the trouble you're in? As if scamming people out of their homes wasn't bad enough, you even took a child hostage. I've told you time and time again that I won't accept such unconscionable methods of business, yet you continue to disregard my orders. Sir, I don't understand. Who cares about the past? Don't you see what's at stake here? I found a more efficient way to boost our profits. Why would anything else matter? That's what doing business is all about, right? You'll never make it in this industry if you let yourself worry over matters of petty morality. Come on, Wads. It's like speaking to a brick wall with you. The curse has taken root deep inside him. He must have honed in on his fixation with profit and drove him out of control. Or maybe it's more his obsession with surpassing you that's gotten him this far out of line. Surpassing me? Why should that matter so much? You still don't understand. I've been with Clay since the very beginning. I've watched it grow from a tiny company into the nationwide juggernaut it is today. Nationwide, eh? Do you have any idea what it's like for me? Seeing you take over and call me incompetent, third rate? If I can raise our profits more than you, then perhaps finally you'll recognize me for the businessman I truly am. Hugo always views things so logically, but a situation like this really requires an emotional touch. Wads, you've been a loyal employee of my company for many years. In just the past month, your efforts have raised our profit margin by 10%. I'll admit the results you've achieved have been impressive. But your criminal activity, rejection of our training policies, and utter refusal to follow orders are not something I can overlook. Face it immediately, I'm relieving you of your position as sales manager and placing you on indefinite suspension. What? No, it can't be after all I've done. Everyone, I'm truly sorry for the trouble Woz has caused. I take full responsibility. I should have paid more attention to what was going on in my own company. I promise I'll compensate anyone who was affected by my employees' unlawful activities. Now, Herman. Yes, sir? Attend to Woz. It looks like he's taken a few bumps. See to it that he gets some medical treatment. Yes, sir, of course. Well, I must be on my way. Hold up, Hugo. One more question before you go. What are you planning on doing from here on out? What's problem may be settled, but what about the future? You knew what the government was planning, but you're still going to bed with them. I know that wasn't purely a business decision, but all of this that's happened here, that's where it's got you. You claim you're going to take responsibility, but what does that mean? You're stepping down as managing director. I told you already, didn't I? I'm going to settle things. The fires of war will engulf this continent before too long. I've known that for 2 years now. That's why I allied myself with the government, to give Kleist its best chance of surviving. But I see now that I made the wrong judgment. It's only natural that I should resign. Hugo? Jeez, none of that pish. What do you think that's going to accomplish? What? She's got a point, Hugo. You know we're trying to put an end to the Great Twilight, right? Your government connections could make you a valuable ally to that cause. What do you say? For old time's sakes? I don't know. The way I see it, the important thing here isn't obligation, it's what you truly want to make happen. Not that it's any of my business. I'm not from Erebonia myself, so I don't know what all this must be like for you. But all of us have gotten this far by following our own convictions, by doing what we believe is right. Same probably goes for reading Class 7, so why should it be any different for you? Estelle. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of summing up why we're all here. Well, we wouldn't have trudged all the way to West Erebonia if we didn't believe in what we were doing. In the end, the decision is yours to make. Try to be honest with yourself and see how things go from there. What do I really want? We're crying out loud. You know what you want. You just can't admit it because of that stubborn pride of yours. You know there's a way both Forrest and Kleist can come out of this still standing. So wrap your whinging and snap to it. If you go wrong again, I'll be here to set you right. Becky! Me? Go wrong? You better not expect I'd make any sort of mistake like that twice. And I'll move forward from here my way. I'll ensure the future of the company and Force without so much as relying on the government. Yeah, well said. If anyone can do all that, it's you. Wow, this little adventure sure escalated quickly. All the same, it's good to have you back on our side, Hugo. I'm sure the others will be glad to hear it too. We should head back and spread the news to the courageous, don't you think, guys? Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm certainly glad that's over. You could say that again. My heart's still beating crazy fast. We still have a few things we need to clear up, but at least the worst is behind us. And it's all thanks to them. Those 4 kids still got it in them, don't they? Shortly afterward, the 3rd Armored Division arrives to take control of the scene. Alster sustained considerable damage, however. It was swiftly restored with the compensation from Class VII Co. Residents rejoiced as they returned to the town. And others were reunited with old friends. They're looking for the toy, right? Certainly not everything was resolved that day. I mean, he needs to not be mayor anymore. But at least this was the end of the incident that engulfed Ulster. You're all going now, aren't you? Unfortunately, we have to leave. Yeah, I figured. I want to thank you guys again for everything you did. Right, you got my thanks too. I knew asking you guys to look into this was the right call. Oh, there wasn't just us. We had a lot of help on this one. Right, we had some assistance in clearing out the remaining archaisms too. Yeah, we only clubbed a few of them. You two pretty much had things handled on your own. It's thanks to all your guys' hard work that Ulster was saved. You were first on the scene and you busted that conspiracy wide open. Yeah, if you hadn't got here when you did, it might have been too late. Oh, thank you for saying so. But I think if I hear any more praise, I'll turn red from head to toe. Honestly though, I'm sure my father and brother will be able to breathe a sigh of relief now. I don't doubt it. If you have the chance, please tell your father that I hope for his swift recovery. Thank you. I'll let him know. What are they talking about? I think I may have an idea. He's got it. That'll be our little secret, okay? Things are going to get way tougher from here. We want to stay on our toes. For now, us bracers are going to keep on bracing. Hope you guys can keep up. Yeah, keep on bracing. Come back anytime. Just be careful out there. Things might be a bit tough for the town for a bit. If there's anything we can do to help, just let us know. We'll come back to see you again. Stay safe. The quest, Alster Assistance, is complete. An AP increased by 2. And we got a Holy Bell. And 8,000 Mirror. And 4's Unity rating, of course, increased. Our final quest. Is there an extra suite to do now?